Hi, I'm Ed. Oh, and that's 18-year-old me at the helm on my Clipper Race circumnavigation. Let's skip 10 years and this is now me, 28 years old, trading highways for sea days. Step on board and welcome to Sailing Optimist. Home sweet home. So it's currently December 1st, 2023, and I'm currently filling in the paperwork for my new boat, to sign for it, to pay a deposit. I've just had enough of working to exist. I'm just existing and I want to live, so I've made the brave decision, somewhat crazy decision, to move on to a DeFore 365. I'm literally about to pay the deposit now. £4,500. It's exciting. So it's been a minute since I picked up this camera. So much has changed since I last spoke to it. I was going through a DeFore 365 and everything was going relatively well until I had the survey, and the survey brought up, and first of all I knew she was an ex, when I say charter, she wasn't chartered, she was the owner who allowed the sailing school to use the boat. So she was well sailed, but the maintenance just wasn't quite there. So we had the survey and a few things came up with water ingress around the masthead, in the decking, around the chain plates. And I was just thinking, this boat could cost me thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds to replace, but also have some significant structural damage. So I just thought, you know what, I'm in actually no rush to do this. Why not wait for something else to come up? And I was speaking to my surveyor. He's lovely, and they can't recommend anything, but I kind of just said, look, point me in a direction of, give me a group of boats, a few of them, what would you recommend? So he gave me a bunch of names, and I stumbled across this Westerly Oceanquest 35. So when I pulled up to her, I looked up on her bow and it said Optimist, her name's Optimus, and that is my character down to a T. I'm very much a half glass full kind of person. Well, the glass should never be empty in the first place. But, and then I never thought I could really afford a boat of her magnitude, or up to a level, because I have a budget in mind of what I was, I could borrow, and things I could scrape together by selling everything that I own. And she was pushing my boundary of what I could afford, and I made this offer and it got accepted. And I walked on board her the first time and I was like, this boat is just incredible. She's just wonderful. I can't wait to show you some more of her, give you a full boat tour. But at the moment, I am compiling everything that I own into what can I take onto a boat. I've lived by myself for 10 years and I have a lot of stuff. I'm currently clearing out. I have a wardrobe that has, this is basically everything that I've compiled of what I want to keep on board, some shirts for work, because I'll be working from the boat and travelling. Some jumpers, because it's winter, bag for the t-shirts, shorts, and then gym gear. And then the rest of this is just going. Guys, there is still so much to get done. Two of the things on the survey that got brought up was the cutlass bearing needs replacing, and then 2 seacocks. So I've got to get that done this week coming. And then I've got to get her launched the week after, and then she's mine. Then I've got to get her onto her berth, which is gonna be cool. Go out for a sail on her for the first time, and then move out. I've got 24 days, and I work full time. I work 6 days a week most of the time, making videos for a living. And this is so funny. I am so particular in what I make, and it's so weird. Picking up the camera and not using a gimbal, or not thinking too much about it. I want this to be really authentic, and not staged at all. It's gonna be quite a raw channel. So much to do, so little time. But yeah, welcome to Sailing Optimist. Guys, I still can't quite believe this day's here. I finally just got the keys to the boat. I'm sat on it, I'm in the marina. I've just paid my lifting fee, and so I'm now boat broke, but boat broke is the best broke, and I'm sat here in my cockpit, the sun, and I'm like, how is this real? This has actually happened. I'm so grateful, so excited for the future, and yeah, gosh, I cannot believe this day's actually here where I've sent over the money, and I've got the keys, everything's signed, and tomorrow I take her, and I'll take you guys with me, take her back to her home berth, her home port. So I've got about a 4-hour trip tomorrow, which will be really exciting. and just get her sails out, stretch her legs, stretch the engine. Like, I've not been on board. Yesterday I couldn't do it. My dad came down and he actually oversaw the lifting and saw the engine running and the bow thruster working. So tomorrow I get to like hear her roar for the first time and stretch her leg. I'm so excited. I can't actually want to cry. I can't believe after this turbulent year of like last year, so like having like cancer and I'm beating it and like work is all crazy, and I can't believe this has actually been possible, and where this journey is going to like take me, like living on her and taking her down to the Med hopefully, then down to the Caribbean and around the world. Like, that is my goal. And I think, like, why not have these crazy goals? Like, life is so short. Life is so short. Yeah, I just want to try in a tight space.
Don't mind, I'll stay on the inside, mate, rather than cut across the channel.
Currently just trying to get the AIS working, so I reckon it will be on radar. We've got AIS radar, we've got normal radar, we've got Navtex, we've got everything. So I can see other vessels as well, which is great. Lots of boats I was looking at didn't actually have this feature, but AIS is imperative for like crossing the channel and stuff like that, just for ships. But there's quite a bit of shipping out there at the moment. Whoa! Dad is doing. Are you doing donuts upstairs? Oh, doing a nice 360. I like it. It's very stable down here. Gotta stay hydrated. Sorry, Dad's actually doing donuts with the auto helm to see how responsive it is. We thought we'd test it out. I need some water. At the moment we don't drink out the tanks. We only use it for like washing up and stuff like that. I don't actually know how old these tanks are. It didn't actually say on the inventory, but I'm assuming they look like they are original. So I will eventually replace those for some fresher tanks. And then in an ideal world, if I do get a water maker from like overseas, I will change all the pipes and everything, so I'll be happy drinking out of them. But for now, bottled water, lemon water. I stole this from my housemate. It is so, you see my breath? It is chilly, but we'll get the heating on when I get back to port. Currently in my cabin, trying to locate the fuel gauge, because we got told there was half tank on board, but I just want to double check as we are underway. So halfway. So currently got half tank on board, so I'm happy they were right. The engine is only well, it's 2021, so she's not that old, and she's only got 90 hours under her, but she's running sweet. She sounds nice, she's purring nicely. It's not too loud in this cabin, to be fair, which is good. Just in case I need to run there at anchor to charge the batteries. But no, all in all, really happy with her. And she's clean. It's very, very clean, which is really important to me. I looked at so many boats where they were filthy in the engine bay. She looks sweet. Very well looked after, this boat. One owners since new. I think they were military, because everything on board, like the labelling, like the lockers are so like organised and labelled. Everything is screaming military for me. And she's out. Yeah, that rope there needs replacing. It's like two different sizes. It goes from thin to thick, where it's been winched through this too many times. So it compacts really tightly. And her sail's up by the mast there, because it's in mast furling, which isn't ideal. I'd never opt for in the mast furling. It's fine, she's got it. I will eventually replace it for stack pack. I just much prefer it like you run into a lot less problems. And as you can tell, I know she's been on land since August, but having like situations like that where if I am single-handed sailing and something gets stuck, I've had situations out here before where on previous boats that I've sailed where the mast furling gets stuck. It's an absolute nightmare to go back in again, especially when there's a bit of wind. Fortunately today there's literally not a breath, and again still a nightmare to get out. Both lines need replacing. The halliards are alright, but the lines need replacing, or sheets. So the in haul and out haul both need doing, which is a bit of a job to feed it through the boom, but get my whipping skills back out. But stuff like that's why I opted to live on a boat. Like, there's always stuff to do. Like, so long for getting bored. Like, I don't think I'll get bored because there's so much to do on this boat to get her ready. But yeah, every day is a learning day. Dad just sat there on his phone. It's that generation, isn't it? It's always addicted to their phones. Look at the view. We got Portsmouth there, Spinnaker Tower, and then we've got the forts out here. We're just going to the left over here. There are some gates that we pass through for the well, it's not the shipping channel, but it's for like the small boats channel that takes us back to Chichester Harbour. Home sweet home. Sorry, wrong way. Well, we made it. Let's go on your boat, yeah? I'll get packed up. So I've just come into the marina where she's going to be berthed for the foreseeable, and she's home. It was so amazing to get her out at sea, stretch her legs. She performed much better than I thought she would do on the motor. Her prop walk was pretty good. The bow thruster is configured back to front, so that's getting used to. I just need to rewire that. So yeah, a bit confusing when I come to berth. I was coming into my berth and I was like, oh, remember. Lo and behold, when I came to use it, I went the opposite way. So, but I've never berthed a centre cockpit boat before, and it's definitely interesting because obviously you've got like 6 foot behind the wheel from where you're standing, so it's just getting used to a new boat, I suppose. And I've had catamarans in the past, I've had monohulls, and she's my biggest boat I've had to date, and I'm so happy, I'm so excited to see where this channel takes us, where we go, where we head. Like, are we going to go down to the Med or the Caribbean eventually? But for now there's lots of jobs to do. I can't wait to give you a proper boat tour, and I will do that once I get settled. But stay tuned, and this sounds so weird, but remember to like and subscribe, and I will do my best to provide you the best content on this adventure. So lovely to meet you all, and I'll see you soon.